France, early 1400s, a kingdom torn apart by war. The 100 Years' War with England raged on, but the real danger came from within. A brutal civil war between the Armagnacs, loyal to the crown, and the Burgundians, hungry for power. King Charles VI, gripped by madness, left a power vacuum. Rival factions fought for control, cities burned and the people suffered. In September 1419, a supposed peace meeting at Montereau turned deadly. The Dauphin's men murdered John the Fearless, Duke of Burgundy, shattering any hope of unity. The new Duke, Philip the Good, was consumed by vengeance. The kingdom's fragile bonds snapped and France plunged deeper into chaos. The murder at Montereau didn't end the conflict, it made it worse. France was now more divided than ever, its fate hanging by a thread. The stage was set for betrayal, revenge, and a nation on the brink. The next act would decide if France survived at all. Philip the Good faced a choice: forgive the Dauphin or seek revenge. He chose vengeance, turning his back on France and allying with England. The Treaty of Troyes in 1420 disinherited the Dauphin and named Henry V of England heir to the French throne. Burgundy's wealth and armies now fought alongside the English, splitting France in two. The Dauphin, mocked as the King of Bourges, clung to a shrinking southern territory. For over a decade, the Anglo-Burgundian alliance crushed French resistance. Paris fell, and the dream of a united France faded. Philip's quest for revenge nearly erased France from the map. The kingdom bled, betrayed by one of its own. France's darkest hour had begun. By 1435, the war had ground on for years. Joan of Arc's victories revived French hope, but Burgundy's alliance with England kept the kingdom divided. Philip the Good saw his English alliance was now a liability. Charles VII, desperate to reunite France, offered huge concessions. At the Congress of Arras, Charles agreed to grant Philip sovereignty over his lands and issued a formal apology for John the Fearless's murder. In return, Philip broke with England and recognized Charles as king. The Treaty of Arras ended the civil war and shattered the Anglo-Burgundian alliance. Burgundy gained power and autonomy, but France gained a chance at survival. The political map shifted overnight. The war's tide was about to turn. Before Arras, France was on the brink. The English and Burgundians controlled the north. Paris was lost, and the Dauphin's court at Bourges was beset by despair. Lawlessness reigned, the countryside was ravaged, and the French identity itself seemed doomed. The monarchy was bankrupt, armies unpaid, and hope nearly gone. Many believed France would become an English province. Only the hope that Burgundy and England might fall out kept the dream of France alive. The Treaty of Arras was the last desperate gamble. Everything depended on breaking the alliance. The Treaty of Arras changed everything. With Burgundy's support, Charles VII isolated the English and ended the Civil War. French forces retook Paris in 1436 and began reclaiming lost territory. Charles reformed the army, restored royal authority, and pushed the English back. By 1453, England held only Calais. The dream of an English France was dead. Burgundy, now a powerful state, would challenge France in the future, but for now the kingdom was saved. One act of revenge nearly destroyed France. Another act of political calculation saved it. The Treaty of Arras was a turning point, a hinge of fate for France and Europe. The map of Europe would never be the same.